After 30 days, the United States will announce, consistent with the resolution, that all the UN sanctions are back into place. And the rest of the world is likely to try to simply ignore it, to delay, with all eyes really focused on the key event, which is the US elections. And I think the hope of the rest of the world that they're going to get a new American administration, that Joe Biden is going to be president. He'll have an interest in resurrecting the deal, and therefore everybody will be able to go back and not pay attention to this issue of the snapback.
Notified them that the United States is initiating the restoration of virtually all UN sanctions on Iran.
The underlying purpose, strategic purpose of the policy, I think, is to actually try and sink the nuclear deal completely and to make it basically impossible, if there is a change in administration come November, for any new president to resurrect the deal. The one thing that the Trump administration does have on their side is that our strongest allies in the Middle East, who are the closest neighbors of Iran, who are most affected by the danger of an Iranian nuclear program or Iranian regional aggression or Iran's ballistic missile program, be it Israel or be it our 6 allies in the Gulf Cooperation Council led by Saudi Arabia. They have all come together unanimously urging the UN to snap back all of these sanctions.
And I think we've had a very, very good relationship since we started. We're down.
I know in your talks and your meetings here, you talk a lot about
triggering the snapback while the prime minister was at the White House visiting with the president. I think they probably did want to draw some kind of connection and inference that, in fact, this new Iraqi prime minister was somebody that the United States was going to be working with to curb Iranian influence in the Middle East and in Iraq specifically.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Deal. And that's what my maximum pressure policy is supposed to do. Drive the Iranians back to the table, put them under so much pressure that they've at long last got to agree to do a new deal with me, and it'll be one of the best deals ever. And we'll do it very quickly if I'm reelected. But you do have plenty of people who believe that, for instance, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's real goal here is to try and actually affect regime change in Iran.
We initiate a mechanism under Resolution 2231.
Iran now has, in fact, the largest ballistic missile arsenal in the entire Middle East, capable of hitting even parts of Southern Europe, certainly hitting all of Israel in any conflict. And they're clearly using that as to build up their own leverage.